everybody. I know. 2 nights in a row, right? Got the same outfit on. Well, I didn't have the other one on very long, so I just put this on today. I did not have my x-rays today. The um, technician was sick, so I'm going Saturday, day after tomorrow. So that's just as good. I'll be ready. I wasn't quite ready today. I kind of procrastinated before was going to jump into the shower. But now I just, you know. But anyway, after I did the video and went to download it, it took, oh my gosh, it took forever to download. So I decided I'll start sewing. So I did. I completed objects, guys. And I got a whip that I forgot to even tell you about. And I found it on my little roller tray that I keep in the living room that I work with. Well, I got this beautiful yarn. It's cotton, and it's Cascade yarn, and that's the para shift. I've never heard of it. It's like 371 yards, and I got two in the box that I won from Crystal. And I love this color combination. So anyway, I said, well, I'd like to make something with it. So I'll show you the picture. Something that I made not last year, in 21, that I made, and it was called the Crochet 4 Squares Mandala Poncho. And can you see that? Yeah, that's a picture of it right there. And I did it all in this salmon color, and I thought it was quite beautiful. But anyway, so I decided, I picked up the pattern. I said, okay, let me do a square, and then I'll stop it when I think it's large enough. So I started making them, and I think I got through da-da. Anyway, this pattern, if you're interested in it, is called the Crochet 4 Squares Mandala Poncho. And the squares are quite nice. You could do a lot with them. So I think I went through, I started here. I think I stopped at row 8 when I got my fork called. But isn't that a pretty, anyway, so I got 4 done. And if you could see, this one's got more blue in it. See, it's got more blue in it. The other's got more of the yellow green in it. But it's the same thing. So I'm going to make a top with these. I made a jacket one time out of some squares of Bag O' Day, and I really loved the pattern, and so I made squares, and I made a jacket with a hood on it. That was a long time ago. I do have a picture of it. I don't know how to stick it in here, but anyway, if you go on my Facebook page to my photos, you'll see it. But it's basically almost the same colors as this. So anyway, that's a project that I was working on that I forgot to mention. Is this recording? I hope so. Anyway, so I'm doing with a iHook 5.5. Sorry, I forgot to put that in my list. But I figure if you do one every now and then, you'll be finished before you know it. The other thing that I did not mention last night, because I almost stopped doing it, but I am the, what's her name? Sophie Universe. And I am now on row 71, which is, I think, is part 9. I don't think I got to 10 yet. I'm 9 at part 71, part 9. And they just keep you going behind the same thing, and it's starting. I don't like the way it's building up in the back, but it's not my thing. But anyway, I'm going to finish it. I'm just not going to work on it now, and it's heavy now because it's quite large, and I just get so hot when I'm sitting there doing it. So I'll put that off until a cool day. So I haven't picked it up since that day. But it's coming along all right. There's no need to bring it out and show you. I got it in a basket, a laundry basket with the yarn that I'm pulling out from to make the rounds with. So maybe if I just do one round a night, or one night do a round. Yeah, the other night I did a round. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I've been getting a lot of comments on the puffs, and I think it's marvelous. And then I heard from Debbie, and she has, and I'm going to tell you because you can look out for it. She has got the pattern for doing it in the diamond, and it looks great. So she's going to do a little tutorial, and I told her if she does that, I'll do a little tutorial on how I do the little square ones. Okay, and I will do that. I've got my little camera stand now that I can bring the camera down and do it somehow. I'm not all into that, but for you guys, I'll do anything. And you ask, and so you shall receive. So between Debbie and I, you will be able to figure them out. So I made a couple more, and I think what I'm going to do is make a bag out of these puffs. What do you think of that? Anyway, I'm going to make a bag. It was suggested, and so I think I'll make a bag and see how that goes. I've just got to figure out whether I want to line the sides and the bottom with puffs going the other way. You know what I mean? Like put a strip of them and then put the strip around the sides of the bag. And then line it, of course. But anyway, it's going on, it's going around and around and around she goes. And where she comes out, nobody knows. Also, I got questions about Boggy Creek Camp. Everybody's making blankets for them. And I responded to your comment, but the blankets crocheted or knitted should be 35 to 40 inches wide and 40 to 50 inches long. And that's what I'm making that blanket over there that I told you that Fiber Spider does the tutorial. It's called the Bavarian stitch, or the Bavarian blanket, I believe. So if you go on Fiber Spiders and look in his playlist and for blankets and look for the Bavarian, you'll find it. It's so easy. It's like a 2 repeater, I think, and it might be a 1 repeater. I don't know how. I got to go and look at it again. When I put things down, I think, how did I do that? And thank you, Kim, for responding to my request for the pattern of the little duster that I'm trying to make. So thank you so much. Now I remember now. But thank you so much. So anyway, that's the size of the blankets that they request. And also, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I did a Boggy Creek bear, and that's in my bathroom with my blanket. But anyway, I've got the pattern. You can print it out on Boggy Creek thing. and I'm going to do a little tutorial. I'm going to try to I don't know how I'm going to do maybe the cutting first and then putting the pieces together. And I did make it in one afternoon, I believe. So it doesn't take long, but it does have quite a few pieces to it. So I'm going to try to do a little tutorial on that. I'm going to take my camera over there and do the cutting, and I got to pick out some fabric for it. So yeah, so if you're interested in that, I'm going to try to get that out. I'm going to try to do the puffs, and show you how to attach them and everything. I'll make one and then show you one and show you how I stuff them and all that good stuff. Excuse me, I cracked my fingers. Anyway, so this afternoon or whatever, I added the lining to the let's see, lining. I forgot to put a pocket in it, but it's so small. I mean, it's not so small. I mean, it's just a perfect size, really. I like the length because you can put sunglasses and stuff in it. Now, with the wider thing, I can, if whoever buys this, if you like, I could sew a little snap in there. So a snap at the top. But this is the finish. It's finished as far as I'm concerned. Then I got the brown one, and I added this this is part of a necklace. It was one of those long necklaces, and I broke it all up, and I've been using it on bags and stuff. I put a snap in it like that, and it's just a muslin, same color as the white on the cream color on the outside, but it has a snap at the top. Now, before I put these up for sale, if there's anybody that wants these back, let me know, because you guys come first before I do a live auction. And then I have those other bags too that I made. I also, now these particular bags that I'm going to show you now are bags that I've had cut for quite a while. They do belong to someone else, but I just wanted to show you what some of them look like. Now, Mary, my wonderful fabric friend from out west, who I've never met, but I have seen her picture. You haven't, but I have. She's adorable. But this is a fabric that she sent me, and this is the flamingo, and I did put some little drawstring in for Joanne, and I put the lime colored lining in it, and it did have a pocket that came with the kit. So, and this is her Christmas present from me. So that's Joanne. Then I finished this bag. I showed it to you yesterday, and this is supposed to be a blanket bag, and this is for Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too. This was a drape, and it's thick. It's not like real thin, and when you don't want to have too much fabric, you break your needle or whatever. But I do use the denim needle on all my bags and stuff, because you're going over things like this, and I just did a little, thing here. But I got that made, and it also has a drawstring in its box bottom, so she could put her blanket projects in this. But I got that done. All I had to do was sew them. They were already cut. Of course, there's ironing and all that stuff involved. Okay. And then this one I love. Now, when I was cleaning out my material, and I know if you watch Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too, she has like 5 dogs. She loves labs, and she actually grew up on raising and taking care of, I think it was their family business with greyhounds. So I found this fabric. I just found a string as I found this. Um, I found this fabric with dogs on it. I had forgotten I even had it. I thought I was out of it. But you know, you have to go through your fabric once in a while and you'll find things that are so pretty. But look at this. Look at the lab. And then down here in the corner over here, can't see it that well, is a greyhound. Look at that. I love this bag. I think it's one of my favorite of all the ones that I've done. And I put the yellow gingham in it, and then I took one of the squares from for one side, see, and then a square from another, and put them on each side. And I did do some fleecing on these, and I'm getting so I hate doing this interfacing stuff. But anyway, so I made her a long cord because she wanted to be able to put it on her shoulder, which I think she will have no problem doing at all. And but isn't that pretty? I just love this. I just love it. Love it, love it. So I got quite a bit done last night. I'm so thrilled. So yeah. So now I've got some more bags cut that I have, and also I pulled the fabric that that you know that this. I'll show it to you. I pulled this, and I'll be making these for the spring. If you can see it. Oops, wait a minute. I got it. This is the right way. See? That is going to be so pretty. And this, she sent me fabric here, and that will be the lining. And I also have fabric that matches this for lining. So all I have to do is cut it and get it ready. I'm so excited. So I've got like 5 of these to make. To fold it right here. It shows you where to fold it. It shows you all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this. So I've got like I think 5 of these to make, but they're which is the same as these. This is like the same people that made this. As you can see, it has the same pattern here. So I got all kinds of little things going on here. I was going to see if there was something. Oh, look at this. This is absolutely my fave. We all look at this. It's butterflies and flowers. Isn't this beautiful for the spring? I just love this. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. So I did pull these all here so that I could start working on those. So I didn't get any water, so I'm getting dry mouth. What else is I gonna? I think I just wanted to show you those things and work on doing the videos for the puffs and for the boggy bear, but I haven't picked out the material yet for the boggy bear. So, but I almost feel like doing it once, it'll be easier to do the second time around, right? So I think I'm going to, I think I'll make a bag or two that I have already cut, and tonight, because tomorrow I'm free. I watched Mr. Murdoch took the stand today. I know you're not interested, but I just thought I'd just whip it. I mean, I have other interests besides sewing, crocheting, knitting, painting, crafts. Oh, that was my phone buzzing me. Um, I have other things that I'm interest in. So anyway, it's fun. It's fun. So I am not going. Joanne is not able to make it tomorrow. She had forgotten about an appointment that she has, so she won't be coming tomorrow. So it'll be next week. I got to talk to her tonight about it. So that's where we are on there. So there you go. I think that's it. So I actually got 5 bags completed. That's pretty good in one night. I mean, it's just doing it, just getting in there and doing it. So I'm gonna have to do some cutting and stuff like that. So good night, everybody. I will have a great weekend. Oh, I forgot this. I knew I forgot something. I kept looking around. It's something I'm forgetting. And I was tagged by Lynette from Charmed Grandma, my Tom Grandma chatter, Spring Fling 2023. And here are your 10, there's 10 questions to answer. Y'all know how I am, right? So sit back. Are you ready for these 10 questions? First one. What do you like to do in the spring that you can't do in other times of the year? There's really nothing that I can do any more than what I do now. I want to go outside, I go outside. If I want to stay in, I stay in. If I want to go somewhere, I go somewhere. But I can say that the weather in the spring here in Florida is beautiful up through May because the humidity, once the big humidity hits in June or July, June, late May, June, somewhere like that. May, I've always thought that October and May were the most beautiful months in Florida. I've always thought that since 1965. I've always thought that. But anyway, I just do the same thing I would do any other time. What is your favorite springtime flower? Oh, that's easy. I love the cherry blossoms. I'm from the Washington, D.C. area, and the cherry blossoms are absolutely gorgeous, and I love them. And the dogwood, the azaleas, and of course, all those beautiful daffodils that President Johnson's wife planted all over the Washington area. They're just the daffodils. They don't last long, but boy, are they gorgeous when they all bloom at the same time. And I miss that. I miss that. And the azaleas. Oh God, I love the azaleas. And the dogwood. Dogwood. I like the tree flowers, I guess. But the cherry blossoms are just, it's amazing. They have the basin there where the cherry blossoms are surrounded this basin down in DC, and it has a walkway, and you walk under the cherry, and then all of a sudden, if there's a little wind, you get all these little blossoms start falling all over you. Oh, they're beautiful. They're just gorgeous. What is your favorite thing about spring? I think the weather and the foliage, the beautiful colors of flowers and blossom trees and green limbs and all that good stuff. What is your weather like in your area? I think I covered that, didn't I? Nice, beautiful in the spring. Yep, it is. When do you start a garden if you have one? I don't have one. Never had a garden. Except when we were kids. Grandma had a garden when we lived with her. Never had a garden. Never planted. I did have. They call them when I had my condo up in Virginia. Of course, I had a patio, a balcony, and I bought one of these, what they call uh, a strawberry vase, or what do you call them? A strawberry bowl, vase, whatever, jug, like a strawberry jug. I don't know what it's called actually, but it has all these little holes coming out. Well, one year I went, every May. There was this little stand that would sell fresh, would sell, what do you call them? The flower. I can't think of what the flower is called now. It's, well, I always got red. But you had to, when they died, you cut them back and then they get big again. Anyway, every year I'd buy that hanging plant, two of them to put on my balcony. Then I buy these little tiny plants of mint and all kinds of little. Uh, oh, Billy, your brain is so dead. It is so dead. Mint. I grew mint. I grew sage. Different kinds of condiments for for food and stuff in this little bowl, and I loved it. I felt like I had a real garden. It was so much fun. Yeah, especially I would go and get a sprig of mint and put it in my tea every night, and because I used to drink a lot of iced tea, and but it was great. So that was my real garden, and I was so proud of it. And every year, this little bird would come and make his nest in one of my flower pots, and I'd have babies. It was the coolest thing, and it was every year. And I'd see, I lived in that condo for almost 20 years. Yeah, it was almost paid for. I don't know what I must, but I was up on like the third floor, and it was like a flight of steps to get in the building. Then you walk in, you got a flight of steps, then you got another flight of steps, and then you got another flight of steps. I was young when I bought that when I was like 39 or 40, and then when I moved to Florida, I sold it then, and I was 58, 59. So it was almost 20 years I had that. But anyway, that was my garden. Do you celebrate Easter? I used to. My sister and her kids, and we do. In fact, one Easter when I first moved down here, I had Easter, and it was at my house, and my sisters went out and hid eggs and stuff, and I had a big buffet dinner, a big buffet. It was really, really lovely. It was a lot of fun. I miss those days. Now the kids are grown and got their kids, and their kids got kids. I mean, there's just kids everywhere. So I don't really celebrate Easter as far as doing it. I don't go out and hide eggs and then pretend like, oh, let me see, let me go hunt for my eggs and see where I hid them. That's what I think of Easter, little bunny rabbits and baskets with candy in it. Do you crochet or knit anything special for spring? Not really. If I do change my, I start using cotton, making apparel that are lightweight. I enjoy, doing that. But yeah. So I really do start to use cotton and do lightweight things, little short tops, crop tops, stuff like that. What is your favorite spring color? Oh my gosh, favorite spring color. Of course, the color would be, I like yellow. I love yellow. I used to wear yellow a lot. I could wear yellow, but I don't wear yellow. I have some yellow. I don't have much yellow. But when you get fluffy, you sort of tend to go to the darker colors. Well, I haven't got that far yet, but I do. I don't wear white. Never wore white in my whole. Did I ever have white? I did. I had some white did have a pair of white jeans one time, but that's when I was like a size 7. Now that I'm, fluffy, I wouldn't wear white anywhere. So my favorite color, I would say, spring color is yellow. Do you spring clean? I do not spring clean. I do not winter clean. I do not fall clean. I do not summer clean. So the answer to that is no. Okay. Do you go anywhere for spring break? Every day is spring break to me. And you know what? I was talking the other day. I said, you know, here I am, retired, and I could get in my car and go anywhere I wanted, but I can't because my body does not want to go anymore. And I went a lot of places, did a lot of things, enjoyed a lot of things. So that's why I'm really looking forward to the cruise and going to the barbecue. I normally would. And I pray to God. I hope He makes it a good day for me to go and maybe even meet up with Nancy. I have to have her check her calendar. But anyway, I'm looking forward to just doing it. Doing a couple things. I'll suffer for it, and I know it. Just like last night, from sitting in this chair sewing, my hips hurt, my butt hurt, my thighs hurt from sitting. It's sitting in a stationary place. That's it. That's what really gets me. And my shoulders are kind of, because you're sitting there staring at this machine. You're not moving your head or anything like that. But anyway, that's So do I go anywhere for spring break? This year I am. I'm going on a cruise. I'm going on a cruise. If anybody's interested, I'm sure that we can find a place for you. So let me know if you're interested. It's May 7th, I believe. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll meet Kim and Vicki, and Nancy's going with us, and Pam. Gosh, and Jane. I'm just looking forward to meeting all these people. So I'm really looking forward to it. Yes, baby, we're going to have a good time no matter what. If it kills us, we're going to have a good time. And I promise you, I will not jump overboard. I can't swim, and I'm afraid of deep water. I will get on a boat. I will get on a little boat, but I will not get in the water. My mother, I think it was because of my mother and my father said, your mother doesn't take a bath in water above her ankles. She was so afraid of water, but she had a cousin that drowned, and I think that always affected her, and she didn't know how to swim. So, but my aunt, who couldn't swim, when she was in her 60s or 70s, she went to the YWMCA and took lessons and learned how to swim. And I thought, well, I could float probably. I don't know. The fluffier you are, can you float when you're fluffy? I think you can. So anyway, that's another story, another day. So I'm going to say toodles. I'm going to call the girls and find out. Call Joanne, see when we're going to get together next week. So I love you. And if I get any of these little videos done, I'm not promising you that it's going to be a good video. I'm just going to promise you that I'm going to do it. At least you get the idea, the how-to, right? The biggest one is going to be the bear. But I will do the little squares and show you how to do that. You can figure it out. There is a video out on how to crochet those squares. And that's where I got the idea from. And it was by chance that I saw it. I just saw it. and it just came up. I don't know. I didn't look for it, but it was there. It might have been because of you know how they're as the rhythm things go, you know, and maybe because I watched Debbie doing that, and she mentioned the puffs and stuff, that maybe somehow that girl's video popped up on my TV. So I didn't key it in or anything. It was just up there on my TV. So anyway, I think I'm going to maybe cut some things, and I'll see you good people soon. Take care. Love you. I'm so excited. So excited.